and welcome back. I'm Stacy Settery, MCCSC's Outreach and Innovation Coordinator. Yesterday, we started our investigation by putting solids into bags of water. We also put some just into this bowl. As you can see, nothing has changed overnight in the dry ones. However, we are going to look at each of our other bags and see what has happened. When we see our mint bag, we can see that it is mostly, not completely, dissolved. Our aluminum foil pretty much looks the same as it did yesterday. Our beans, looks like the water got a little bit darker, maybe took on the color of some of the beans, and maybe the beans got a little bit bigger. Maybe. Here's our rock salt. It looks like most of the salt has disintegrated and the water got a little darker. Our craft stick looks pretty much the same as it did yesterday. Our rice, the water got a little darker and the rice itself looks like it got a little bit bigger, maybe softer too. And here's our piece of cardboard, and it looks like the water there got a little darker and maybe the cardboard got a little softer as well. Now what we're going to try to do is separate the solid from the liquid and put them into a container. So we'll start with our cardboard square. So before we do that though, we did notice that there were some things that were similar to what they looked like yesterday and different, and I want to make sure that you notice that. Okay? On your sheet in your notebook that you started yesterday, you made a chart. Go ahead and draw what they look like now. Okay, you can pause to do that. And when you return, we are going to separate the solids from the liquid now. Okay, so you should have completed your notebook. And now we're going to take each item. This is definitely softer. You can see it bends. We're going to put them each in their own container. Here's the rice. To separate the rice, I think we're going to try to use a spoon. Okay, so we are able to separate the rice from the water. What's another way you might be able to do this? I can think of some. Perhaps we might use a strainer because we no longer need the water. But for right now, we're just going to use a spoon. And it's okay if we don't get every little piece of it. Now we're going to do the craft stick. Okay, let's just reach in and get that. Okay. Alright, the rock salt. There's not much solid there. What we're going to do is just pour this bag into, there are a few little crystals left of the rock salt. So we're going to just pour it into the cup. Next, we have our beans. We used pinto beans, but you could use other beans. The results should be similar, I would believe. Okay. Next is our aluminum foil. Take that. And we're gonna do the mint. And it does not look like there's much, if any, solid left there, so we're gonna pour the liquid into the cup like we did with the rock salt. Okay, so now we have all of our containers. If we were able to separate the mixtures and return the materials to their starting condition, that means the change is reversible. Do you see any that might have been reversible? I definitely do. Now we're going to wait a few days and we're going to return to see what happens to the items now.